One of the really cool things you can do with storyline sliders is make them not look like a regular slider. So in this example, we've replaced the slider thumb with a character and removed the entire background track. This is really easy to do, so let's take a look. All right, so I'm here in Storyline. I'm going to go ahead and insert a basic slider. So from the Insert tab on the ribbon, Slider, and you can choose any one of the three because you can customize any one of the sliders. Click and drag to create a slider on your slide. Don't worry about the size for now. So to change the thumb, which is this blue part right here, or the track, we can use the Format tab and we can choose different styles, right? So that's really simple. But we could also replace them with images. Now, if we wanted to replace this with a character, we can't swap a character out from exactly from within Content Library. We actually have to save the character as a graphic first, and then we can bring that character in. So I'll just grab Schaefer right here. There's my character on the slide. Now, with the character on the slide, we can export Schaefer as a bitmap graphic, and then we'll re-import her to replace her with this thumbnail. So I can just right-click on character and then choose export pose. If you want to save the original, you can. It's going to be a really big image and it's probably more than you need. So one thing you might just do is possibly size the character just a little bit bigger, just so you have a little bit higher resolution, but you don't need that original sized image because you're still going to move it down to the slide size. So right click the character, export pose, and we'll just save as picture. So we'll just save her at the current size that she is on our slide. And if you want to give the image a name, you can do that. Say I'll call her Schaefer, and desktop save into the desktop is fine. Click save. And we don't need our character anymore, so we can delete that. And so the way we change our thumb graphic here is to select the thumb and right click the thumb or jump up here to the Format tab and you can choose Thumb Fill. So from the Thumb Fill, we want to select Picture. And that's going to let us grab any image we want off our desktop and replace it for that thumb. So click Picture, select my character, and click Open. Now, it's going to be pretty small when you first add it, but that's totally okay because we can resize the size of the thumb. So come in here and you have two yellow squares that we can use to control the size of the thumb. If I grab the top one and drag up, I can expand the character that way. And then if I have that other graphic right here, this other yellow square, that's the size of the track. I don't want the track, but I'm going to leave the track up for now. We'll take that off in just a moment. But the thumb outline is still going to be present. So you still see that little outline box right there. Just go up here to Thumb Border and choose No Outline, because it is going to include a default border around your images. And when they're transparent, that's obviously a lot more evident. All right, so I can continue to resize my character here. Once I have her at the max size of my slider graphic, I can still expand it by dragging this middle handle up and scaling her up as large as I like. Obviously, you're going to keep repositioning until you get her to the size that you want. Once you have the slider set up the way you like, good idea, but if you're not going to use that track, just go ahead and turn that off. So we can turn the track fill off, no fill, and turn off the outline. And we still have a character that can move across the slide, make things happen like we do up here in this first example where we're changing the state of simple shape graphics based on the position of the character. So that's how easy it is to create a character slider using the built-in sliders in Storyline 360.